Good morning, guys. Morning. I hope everybody's all right. Hope you had a fantastic time away. Morning. Can everybody hear me loud and clear? I think it should be okay now. All the guys, even on YouTube, thanks for joining me here this morning. Bonnie, good morning. Mr. W, Anna Marie, all the guys on YouTube, thanks for joining us here this morning. This is the Quick Trade Trading Room session. I'm Ashley Reeve. I'm standing in for Roger this morning. He'll be with you guys in the afternoon. I'm standing in for him this morning. Going to look at a couple of trades, look at a few securities, do some analysis, and see what's happening. Is there anyone that's brand new this morning that's not been with me before? You can let me know, please. I'd like to welcome you. I will be with you guys officially tomorrow. And that would be for me to do my 5 days there of the consecutive cycles. Good morning. Alvin, good morning. Good morning. Ricky, Jacob, Gerard, good. Henny, good to see you again. Chuma, good to see you. Who else is online? I'm just going through my list here, guys. Whilst I do that, please note QT is a licensed FSP, a licensed over-the-counter derivatives provider, ladies and gentlemen, and also myself, a registered rep under supervision, and that authorizes me offer you some advice. If it's needed, obviously, we will then deal with it. Other than that, we'll be looking at some analysis. And then obviously trading support there from a phone call perspective. Remember, we connect with our clients on a day-to-day basis, chat to them for a couple of minutes. Yeah, if there's any challenges, any queries, if there's any clarity they need, we're there to provide support from a trading perspective. And then also there Mondays to Fridays withdrawals, cutoffs is at 1500 hours and on Saturdays at 9 a.m. All right, I'm gonna ask one more time. Can everybody hear me loud and clear? Can everybody see me clearly? Is everybody all right? We're gonna get going. Very interesting market we've had the past few days. Obviously, with you guys being with Roger yesterday. Hi, Eddie. How's the gold? Who's your goat? How's the gold? Philip, haven't seen you in a long time. Pietro, it's up, right? Looking beautiful, but how's the analysis? I mean, it's panning out beautifully, yeah? From last week. So it's been absolutely amazing on our side. Really excited and happy with our analysis. I did keep, of our analysis on so that we can maybe just check it out. And then lastly here, guys, here's the phases. I never missed this. This is very important. Alvin, good morning. Good morning. Joseph, your first time, guys. Let's give Joseph a round of applause and a powerful welcome. It's important. Anyone else that's new, please afford me the opportunity to welcome you here in the trading room. It's so good to have you. And I hope you really have a good one there, Joe. Where I give everybody nicknames. It's just my way of establishing a relationship. Don't worry, it's nothing hectic, just a nice, easy one. All right, Joe. But guys, here's our faces. Don't forget them. Alvin, you also, guys, let's give Alvin a round there. Welcome, Alvin. Thanks so much for joining me, my friend. All right, all the best with your journey. And that goes for Joe as well. All right. All the best. I wish you all the best. All right. Guys, faces here. Don't forget. Oh, and Ntombi. Alchis and Ntombi. Hey, Ntombi. All right, guys. Let's give Ntombi a round as well. Beautiful. Anyone else? I'm going to put you in the same pot there. Ntombi, Alvin, and Joe. Good morning to you guys. All right. Have a good one, Ntombi. All right. Jake's quick question. What time frame are these phases? Remember, Jake, they can appear on all time frames. They can appear on all time frames, all right? If they do appear on the higher time frames, it takes longer for them to obviously go into the next phase, all right? But if they're on the shorter time frames, it happens faster, all right? And I'm sure you know exactly what I'm referring to. The guys that are joining me for the first time today, there is a lot of things you will hear me say, especially from tomorrow, because I'll be in here officially tomorrow for my 5 days with you. And you hear me say a lot of things, and some of it might be things you don't know, And some things might be things you do know, but maybe from a different angle. All right. So I really want you to pay attention. I really want you to make notes. All right. You guys ready there? I'm ready to push forward. All right. I'm really ready to push forward. Let me just make sure. The guys that are new, I ask a lot of times if you're with me. That's just for me to track everybody's response and your focus, because the more responses I see coming through, the more focused the class is. Less responses, I use it as one way to measure online attendance and response. All right, guys. And if you guys are focused, it's obviously using technology, so you've got to use different ways to become effective. All right. And then just to conclude on this, breakout movement and the accumulation phase, they happen in all securities. All securities have these phases in. I'm not gonna, as I mentioned to a lot of the guys, I don't debate the term, because some guys will call it the expansion, other guys will call it the contraction phase. You can call it what you want. All right, it's not a problem. But as long as you know how to identify it or what it looks like, then that's the most important part, because then you can obviously project. All right. And yes, even if it's 50 plus times there, Mr. H, we go for it. All right. So guys, let's push. We're going to, for the guys joining me for the first time, we're going to look at the dollar index. I always look at the dollar index with the guys. And the reason why I'm always looking at that is because I want to show you what's happening with the movement of the dollar itself. All right. And this was analysis last week. I did a lot of detail in terms of why I think that the dollar technically will go down. And the guys are obviously seeing the results thereof. This was last week's analysis, just so you do know. And I gave quite a bit of information as to why I do see the dollar going down. Remember, it is speculation, but you must become, at least accurate in your speculation as well. All right. So you can see that it has obviously become bearish or more bearish since last week. And there's been quite a few reasons for that. Before the interest rates and inflation, we had the Russian and Ukrainian war. There was the pandemic. There were a few global incidents around the world that has obviously caused a fluctuation. But at this point in time, we are dealing with inflation and we're dealing with interest rates. And so I did say to the guys that I do have a level of 102 that I am seeing price to go to 102, or at least points from an index perspective. We've pushed down now significantly beneath the 108 area. Mkhize, can you see this 102 area? That's what I'm seeing. But also what I want to point out to you, all right, is I want you to see that this is a vertical line that is at every month. So this is a monthly vertical line. So there you'll see June, you see July, you see August, September, October, November. You see this is at this point in time, November. The dollar is weak, but it's still above the 100-point mark there, Mr. H. So that shows that the dollar has not depreciated yet in terms of the index. Remember, I said to you guys, when the index is above 100 points, then it means that currency is appreciating. You can see at this point in time, we are still above the appreciating index point. And so I'm seeing it move to this zone here, 102. Look at October's open here, ladies and gentlemen. We are beneath October's open. Can you guys see that? That was the month of October, and we are beneath it quite well and quite clearly. You see that? This is September. Can you guys see September? We are now below September. Look where we're approaching the beginning of August. Can you guys see that? So there's a very big chance beneath getting some support between August. Look at this. August, July, and June. These 3 months here. 1, 2, 3. Can you guys see it? These months here, June, July, August. I'm looking at some support being formed in this zone here. If we have to push beneath that area, that's a different discussion that we're going to have. All right. We are not going to jump the gun. Price is not necessarily going to go all the way to 94. Can you guys see that? Is everybody with me? The points there, that's a different discussion for a different day. At this point in time, what we are dealing with June, July, August for price, or at least for the point index to find a bit of support there. Because remember, this is just a temporal trend down. I said that to you last week. All right, I said to you guys, at this point, we are trending down with the dollar index, giving a bit of weakness to the currencies. Everybody clear there? And so giving that specific weakness, we are looking at an overall movement to the upside here. If you go to a monthly frame, you can see this is a drop of a very strong drop. And I've spoken to you guys many a times what happens when this kind of drop happens. It's too sharp. It's too sharp. Are we together, guys? This is a pullback. It is not a reversal. Can I just say that again? It's a pullback. Is everybody with me? A reversal is different. Who remembers the difference there, or the difference, sorry, between the pullback and the reversal, or the retracement and the reversal? Who can remember? I gave it to you. I did mention it to you before. Who can tell me, guys? Who can tell me? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Cheryl, not a problem. I'm waiting. Hi, Vedna. Yeah. I'm waiting. Difference between the retracement and the reversal. Good morning, Sia. Retracement happens after accumulation. Are you sure, Cheryl? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you remember accumulation? What comes after accumulation? Breakout. All right, Alvin, not a problem. Remember, accumulation happens. Are we together? There's the breakout. There's the breakout area there. A breakout is not only one candle. All right, everybody, please understand that. This is a monthly frame. Look at that specific candle there. If you go into a weekly frame and you go into a daily frame, you're going to see a whole lot of candles. Are we together? A breakout is a formation. Please write that down. It is a bubbling up of price, and then it breaks out. So it's many candles. All right, it's not just one. Yes, you see one candle that looks like that's the breakout. No, there's a lot of movement in that candle. So it is a bubbling up, a contracting of price in a specific zone, and then it extends, it expands and breaks out from the accumulation area. That's a very important note there. Please make sure that everybody is clear there. Reversal is when levels are violated. Sia, reversal is when levels are resisted. You can just put that in. Resisted, write that down. A reversal happens when a level is resisted, meaning that it's gone up and now it's formulated a very strong resistance of accumulation to push down in the opposite direction. All right. And yes, Jacob, retracement is just a pullback in the current trend. At this point in time, this is a pullback in the current trend, which is up at this point in time, this area here, because there was a resistance. Look at this. This was a resistance. We pushed up there and we pushed up again. So this is an uptrend, and we would obviously want to see it break above that area there, but we got to wait for it. Can you see that? We're waiting for it to break this zone to push further up. So overall, we're looking at an uptrend, but temporarily, guys, we are looking at a down or a bearish trending market. Here's the hour. Yep, just as discussed. Can you see that? Mr. H, there's that weakness. So guys, we've been 100%, we've been correct 100% when it comes to the analysis part. Is everybody clear there, guys? 100% correct with the analysis part. I said to you guys last week, we've been right many times, week in and week out. But remember, we never get too cocky, or we don't get too smart. All right, everybody? We still got to remain humble, and we got to put that into our analysis as well. Because the moment you start having that kind of mindset, you make mistakes. Is everybody with me? Arrogance leaves a door for weakness in the eye, in the armor. Does that make sense, everybody? So someone or the market in this specific case will get a sweet spot out of you. So please be careful. So everybody's clear there when it comes to the dollar now. All right, everybody? Everybody's clear. We're still trending down. We're still trending down. Now let's go and look at the correlation and what happened, all right, as the dollar is coming down, or what is happening as the dollar is coming down. We're seeing the NASI here, or the indices from the US, the major indices, push up. How's it there, Ash? All right, good to see you, good to see you. Look at this, guys. We are trending up. I have a 12,153 area still there. I don't know who wrote this down last week with me, but we've been chatting about this. I gave these levels last week. Are we together when we were here? We said we're looking at 12,153 to hit. Now we are still in this channel here. All right, we're still in the channel. All right. Do you mind explaining why the NAS goes? Remember, there's people that are putting their money in different investment vehicles. All right, in Kizé. Are we together? So, as an example, if you put your if you put 1,000 Rand into gold, and you hear bad things about gold, and you know that there is a safe haven currency called Nkizé coins, as an example, totally different asset class, different instrument. Are we together? You take your money out of gold, and then you'll go and you put it into Nkizé coins. Are we together? So it's a shifting of money, and what is also important is that if you do get bad news, like in terms of interest rates, inflation rates, also remember, inflation, it erodes the currency. Is everybody with me? It erodes the value, because the higher the inflation, the less you can get, the less buying power you have. Does that make sense, everybody? So people will not want to buy that specific currency. Is everybody clear? Because they know it's weak. So what do economists, what do the people do? They hike the interest rate so that they can still be an attraction. To do what? To get a higher return on investment in a different part of that specific system. So they'll take their money away from certain areas and put it in others where they can get value. That's the correlating issues. If you look at dollars and you look at gold, it's the same thing. Gold is known as a safe haven instrument. All right, because there is the mindset that it's always appreciating. That is relative to the person that's analyzing it. Does that make sense, everybody? Because if you look at gold now, and I can show it to you on the charts. If you look at gold here, Mr. H, this here shows that it's been trending down for most of the year. Can you see that? So that's going to be relative to someone's understanding. Someone's going to say, no, I'm going to put my money in gold because it's always appreciating. But here, you can see it did not appreciate, it depreciated. So now you have to ask the guy, are you trading derivatives? Are you holding gold long-term, talking 5 to 10 years? What are you doing? You have to ask that individual that question. It's relative to what they are trading and how long they're keeping that position. All right. Nkizé, I see it there. All right, brilliant. So NASDAQ, guys, we are seeing it still in the channel. Felix, this does look like a double bottom. Can you see that? Everybody clear? Looks like a double bottom here that's pushed up. This is the neckline, obviously. So what's very important is for us to expect it then. If this is a double bottom, which is a sign of bullish movement or trending up, then please expect it to move to 12,153. Is everybody clear here, guys? That's a straightforward example there. After the zone, that's a different discussion for us. At this point in time, we are 329 pips away from that. Now, if there's someone that would like to take the trade based on what I've mentioned, we have dollar weakness coming in. There is a negative correlation with the indices moving up here. Are we together? Inflation is still high. Interest rates still need to be hiked. We're going to go over 5%. It seems like that. There was notes last week of 5%. Now it seems like we're going over 5%. So obviously there is still some dollar weakness in the talks, which means there is a bit of upside that could possibly and potentially come here. Now this is now going to differ from risk to risk. Different people are going to risk it in a different way. Now, if there's someone that would like to take a risk on this long for 320 pips, please let me know now so I can do some risk and reward with you. We've obviously broken through a trend line. We are above the pivot point over here. You can see it. We've gone past that one. We are above this one here, and that's where the next pivot point is. And so we are looking to trade it to 12,153.4. All right, I see there is Gerard. Is there anyone else? Anyone else wants to take? Remember, this is, I have to highlight risk. NASDAQ, S&P, US 30. You guys know these guys don't play games. They're not to be toyed with either. Does that make sense? They can give you a hiding very fast. So make sure that you are vested well. There's 340 pips. Our stop loss here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a bit tight. Remember, the 300 pips is nothing for the NASDAQ. You guys are no strangers to this. I'm mentioning these things as reminders to the guys that are maybe joining me for the first time here, and some of the guys that will be tuning in on YouTube later on. But for the guys that have been with me many times, you know, this is nothing for the NASDAQ. This thing can quickly shoot down, give you a whoopsaw, stop loss out, and then pushes up in the direction. But that's the kind of risk that a person takes. All right, so we have a risk and reward. The best I can do here is 200 pips away. Otherwise, if we go further down, we are now moving closer to a 1-to-1 and not a 1-to-2. The best that I can do at this point in time with this, hold on, is about 197 pips, guys. That's the best that I can do. That's 580 or 590 reward in terms of risk, in terms of reward, sorry, and 337 in risk. So you must be willing to lose 300 Rand, 340. Are we together, everybody? You must be willing to lose 300 to make almost 600 if you round that off. Is everybody clear there, guys? Ivan, you there? Nomfanela, you there? Gerard, you there? Or Antoinette is there? All right, Elvin is there. Beautiful. All right, all right. So the guys are with me. The guys got it clear. Cheryl's, Mr. H, Cheryl is already ahead. I was going to say clear, and I just saw clear coming through, and Willem as well. Yes, man. The guys are clear, man. You guys are sharp this morning, man. Let's go to S&P 500. Look at this, guys. Put this area in here. This was a TP from the bottom. Do you guys remember? That was the last one here. 3971. This was for the guys that were trading in short term. This was short term. All right. Can everybody please write this down if you are interested in this specific trade? To push up from there to this zone over here, 4119. Please write that down for me. We are obviously trading the correlation, NASDAQ, US 30, and the S&P. They move in similar directions. When one is going up, they follow pursuit, not always at the same time. Don't forget that. They're not always the same pips. All right, because the indexes differ in size. Just because you get 300 pips with the NASDAQ does not mean you're going to get 300 pips with the S&P. This one is only 134. Let's see there. This had a lot of TPs. Yes, and it hit them all. This was last week. This was all of last week. Are we together? All TPs hit, everything. All right. This one here now, 4119. That's the latest. I'll be leaving that in even for tomorrow's session when I start with you guys. I'm leaving that in already. All right. 4119 is the exit I'm looking at. Should we be in a consistent pattern with this dollar moving down? So remember, we are basing this a lot on the dollar movement. All right, everybody. The Dow Jones, the last one was 33360. 33360. That was the last area for it to hit. Last area. Did anyone write these levels down for me, guys? Who wrote these levels down last week? 33360 was the last zone, and we were at that area over there. So if I move back, that's the zone. 33360. That's the block. All right. That's the block. Everybody with me? All right, let me confirm. That's the block we're looking at. We surpassed that block there. That was the one we looked at. Done deal. At this point in time, from a weekly perspective, all right, guys, if I do zoom out, you can see that we are, can you see this specific zone here? This is very, very frightening here, Mr. H. Cheryl, this is very frightening. Pietro, Philip, this is frightening because this guy here has come down all the way to our support, which we spoke about, 2867. You can see it there. It rejected and pushed up in a very, very crazy way. Are we together? So the only way that this now will show us that we are going back now, or we're moving towards pushing back up, is if we violate that high. At this point in time, we are not past there yet. Can you see it? So we wait for this. We wait for this. We have to surpass this area here before we then think of, listen, we are pushing higher now. And that would mean that the dollar also gets impacted for now. For now. All right? We are just waiting. I see Jake's there. I wasn't in, just tracking it. And it's good. I love it. I love the fact that you are tracking what we analyze, because then it shows you and gives you confidence. Yes? Are we together? Let's go to Brent. Let's go to Brent now. Now we're now with the commodities here, guys. From a weekly perspective, I don't see EJ, but you can see 98.12 is still holding, guys. All right. Are we together? Still holding here. Nothing here, guys. Nothing for us to jump into and become crazy for. It's still holding 98. We still at this specific zone. If you go to a 12-hour, you'll find these are the blocks that we're looking at. And you can still see that we are rejecting. But let's watch at the support. Let's watch at the support here. All right. WTI, the same thing. Rejecting at 92. Let's watch the support here. All right. Let's watch the support. We wait for now. Mr. H, here's your gold. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. So our TPs were hit, right? That was last week, right? That was last week. Now, from a weekly perspective, I want you to notice this. Look at this. Mr. H, there we are, 1784. We're right here. So from a weekly premise, we're at this area here now. So let me put the block there so you can see it. We are over there. We are back to the start. Hold on. Look at this. We here, 2021, August. Can you see that? Almost a year ago. All right, so it says there was a signal just, was the signal for a long or for a short there? Sorry, man, I was away from last week, Friday, up until yesterday. It was a short. Yeah, we're gonna go to those US dollar pairs now, right, Share? Let's quickly finish off with this, then we'll go there. Look, guys, with gold, I'm still seeing up, upside here. Because of that dollar. You can see it's very strong here from last week. And if we're gonna hit, if we're gonna take a short, I would only short it here. This is just my analysis, 1794. I would look for that zone. So let me put it there quickly so you can see. But then I'll look at this. This is where I will short it. Mr. H, this is where I'll short it. If we resist there, can you see this? And it comes down and close beneath it, then I'll take the short. Do you see that? But there's still some, it still seems like there's a bit of upside here. So I'll be watching this resistance here. All right, 1794. And guys, what I'm loving is that the fact that you guys are looking at this stuff and you actually going to analyze it, isn't it so? So I would only short it if we push up, and we must see some candles coming and closing beneath 1773. That's when a great short would be there. Do you guys have it there? That would be a wonderful short. And then I want you to write down where you can actually take it to. Wow. 1711. From 1773 to 1711. That's a beautiful, beautiful short there. All right, 1711 from 1773, but we need the candle, daily candle, remember momentum candles. We need the daily frame beneath 1773. If the daily frame does not close beneath there, always remember, guys, the momentum time frames, if they are not closing beneath key and above key levels, major areas, you're going to get into trades prematurely. So it doesn't mean that it's not short or it's not long. It just means that maybe you've gotten at the wrong place. Does that make sense? So to get rid of that mistake, look for the major areas, the key areas, and wait for the momentum time frames to close beneath or above. Now that requires patience, and you guys know most traders, 90% of traders do not have the patience for that. That's the reason why 90% blow accounts. Does that make sense? Because patience is what's going to give you great setups. It is not how much skill. You can have all the strategies lined up. You put that strategy in place at the wrong time, goeie genade, you're in trouble. Does that make sense, everybody? Line them up, 15, 20 strategies. Get in at the wrong time. You'll come and speak to me again. We will talk. Does that make sense? So we wait for that area there. Let's go to those dollar pairs now. Is everybody still all right, guys? I think we're tracking very nicely. All right, it's nice and smooth. Are we together? Nice and smooth, nice and clear. I'm just going to come down a little bit in terms of pace because I'm going to highlight a few key areas and chat about certain things of last week as well. There's analysis that I did leave on. And the reason why I left it on was for us to go and look and see if we, in fact, did push to the areas that I left you guys with. That's important. Are we together? Because it puts confidence in you. All right. So here's the first one, USD JPY. Our TP was hit at 142. Can you guys see that? 142.294. We have now trended down all the way to this area here. 12153. Fanelo, can you just hold on one sec there, all right? You just hold on with that, Naz, one sec there, because we've already spoken about that. I'll go back to it now. Please just remind me again. I want to deal with this because there's some guys that actually had this in place. All right. So 142.294. From there to there, TP smashed or hit. All right. We are now at 139. But guys, from a momentum perspective, what's very important here, momentum now, only chatting about momentum. Hold on, was asking a question. Oh, sorry, apologies, guys, I didn't see it. All right. Thanks, Sherrod. I did not see that. Just hold on for me. So from a momentum perspective, ladies and gentlemen, is everybody seeing this? It keeps jumping. Just see it. Can everybody see this? 133. Can you guys see this? 133. This is a low here. So here we come, we create a low. This is a very dangerous trade. This is a very, very dangerous trade, okay? I'm going to just point out something here to you guys. This is a very, very dangerous trade. Oh, this is very dangerous. Cheryl, this is dangerous. Tabi Singh. And I'll tell you why it is dangerous. Because if you are going to short it now, see guys, this thing is still, there's still a few things loading here. That's the reason why it's jumping. There's still a few things loading. Can you guys see this? Looks like my net is just slow yet. Can you guys see it now? Can you guys see what's happening here? Looks like it's just a little bit low. So see this? Can you guys see that? That was that rising wedge that we had in, pushed down. Are we together? Came in, retraced. And we said we are TPing at 142. So we did, in fact, break. Rising wedge, came down, broke beneath the 145, and we went to 142. Now, what's very important here, all right? See you in Tabisang. What's very important here, all right? Please note that this area is dangerous. If you short it now, price can bounce up from this zone here and do a retracement. Is everybody with me? That would mean the following then. Look at this. That we could see something similar happen here. Can you see that, guys? We could see the dollar also strengthening a little bit here, because that's a very, very large candle there. Are we together? So we could see it pushing up again, and that would filter then through to the MT5 on the dollar pairs. Can you see that? So 138, write that down. If you're looking to short it, remember we are still for dollar weakness. So if you're looking to short beneath 138, but we're not going to short it all the way to 133. That's too far down. We're going to look for a more recent target. And I want you to write down the target there, 135. Please write it down, 135. That's for the guys that are going in with the hour frames. I'm not speaking to scalpers right now. I'm speaking to guys that are going in with 4 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour. All right, to 135.87. The guys that are scalping this, they're going in with a shorter distance. The guys that want to scalp, looking for shorter movements, please write this down for me. The guys that are going in with shorter movements, 137, that's your area. 137.205. All right, the guys that are going in with minute frames beneath 138 down to 137. The guys that are going in with hour frames, it will be down to 135. And the guys that are holding it with the much higher time frames, 133. Does everybody got it? Everybody got it there? Let me make sure. All right. There's 3 trades there, guys. 3. You got to choose. All right. Let's move on. Let's go to that, the GBP USD. We have a 1.19 still in place, guys. Still in place. 1.19790. Yes, Gerard, yes. If you are trading it from a higher time frame. If you're trading an hour frame, then obviously you can wait for hour closes. Because remember, it's different distances. So if you're going to go to this and you're waiting for a daily frame to close beneath 138, just to take it to 137, there is a very big chance a daily frame can close right here. So which means you're only going to get 68 pips. Are we together? So it depends what time frame you're. If you're trading it, okay, guys. Let me actually say it like this: the smaller the distance, the shorter the time frame. That's the logic behind it. Does it make sense? Now, ideally, what is the ideal? We would love a daily to close beneath here, but just there at least, just right there by the close. But because it's the market, it can close right there. And then it's a problem. So you are forced to use a shorter close there. All right. GBP USD, guys, still seeing the 1.19719. Left it in there, did not take it away. 1.19790, still there. Still looking for that for that specific long. After this zone, relook, reevaluate, because this is a very strong candle here. And so at some point, this must be balanced out somewhere. All right, it must be balanced somewhere. Euro USD pushed above the 1.00. I don't think we had something here. We actually didn't have something here, yeah? So we are currently testing that zone there, 1.0421. Let's wait on this one. There could be some blowback here. There could be a pullback here. All right. Let's wait on this one here. All right. We at this pivot point. Let's just wait for it and see how it does perform. There we go. Can you guys see that? We're currently testing that zone there. 200 pips. Let's just wait and see if the daily close above it. Then we take it on again. All right. Let's just wait for it. This one hit the TP, NZD USD as well. Gave you a level of 65.98. There it is. TP hit. This was from last week. Cheryl, you wanted risk and reward on this one. Please, can you just send it through again? They may have a look. Just send it to me quickly. Let me just have a look here quickly and tell you what our eyes are seeing here. Did you send it there, Cheryl? Please just quickly let me know. I'm not seeing anything there. Looking for a buy. 2061, all right. Okay, Cheryl, to be very honest with you, that's obviously a shorter time frame, okay? That's a shorter time frame. Sorry, guys, it seems like the net is just, it's really hanging. If you're experiencing anything of the nature that is slow and it's delayed, please forgive me. It is just the network, all right? Yes, it's a scalp. Is this a scalp trade? Cheryl, 61959. No, that's fine on my side. On my side, it looks like it's hanging. So I just hope it doesn't filter through to you. That's the reason for that comment, okay? It's normally faster than this. For me, 61959. Can you see that, Cheryl? 6157. I see it going to that zone there, Cheryl. So you know, yeah, I think that clears it up. Yeah, it clears it up 100%. All right. So we're very happy about that one. It finally panned out. We waited for this for some time as well, but it eventually did hit the 65.98. So the next area is 61 and then 633. But we're going to see obviously and take it from here. AUD USD TP hit there as well. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. And I said to you, remember, I said to you guys, we're waiting for that area to be broken here. Can you see that zone there? So if you go to a shorter time frame, look at the breakout there now. Can you see the breakout there? That was a resistance. But this was beautiful. This was absolutely stunning. This is the area that we wanted to break. 65151. Let's pause with it, guys. The reason why I want to pause with this one is I want to see how it responds at 67664. Is everybody clear with that? I want to see how it responds at 67664, not get into anything too crazy. 67664. Fani, you got it? Sephora, you got it? Willem, you got it? Mr. W, you got it? Tebo, Komolemo, Vedna, Peter, Obed, Marius, you got it? Beautiful. Meryl, Nikita, Elvin. I'm just checking in with my guys. Otsile, Gerard, Gertrude, Ash, Gooks. Okay. Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much, guys. It's good to see the response rate. Next one, guys. This one was also very successful. USD Swiss franc, very successful. Pushed beneath this green area here. We said we wanted to short it. This thing came tumbling down like a ton of bricks. Are we together? We said, guys, two areas. The green is the ideal. If we break beneath the green, that was our green light to short this thing. Everybody clear? All right. The green light, that's the robot. Are we together? The red was still skeptical. But the moment we saw it break beneath the green, we pushed down completely to the 966 and we went further down. I mean, it's insane, man. But let's go and find it. I want us to go and find this area because, you know, sometimes we take for granted how accurate we can be. Cheryl, am I right? Sometimes you have to be proud of yourself. Are we together, everybody? You have to be really proud of yourself to say, listen, if we got this thing, we got it. So if we go back, look at that. That's insane, man. Look at the accuracy here. And I found that zone back here. Hold on. I found it back here. It seems like my network is stable again because I see it's moving faster than what it did. Just bring it up a little bit there. Can you guys see it there? All right, so if I go back now, look at that. Absolutely remarkable. Isn't that so? It's absolutely amazing. Antoni, isn't this Petro? I mean, Mr. H, it's yeah, you know, it's nice to just to see this. Yeah, it's really, really good. So let's just see how it forms here. Let's see how it forms. At this point, it's at a major support, 9378. Let's see how it performs. Remember, guys, whenever it comes to these sessions here, we don't force anything. Does it make sense? We wait for it. Remember, I had said to you, wait for the ball to come to you. You don't need to chase anything. If you chase it, you're going to get yourself into trouble. I don't know if you guys have been in this situation before, but if you guys tried chasing a dog and then it turns around and starts chasing you, I've had a situation like that before. When I was much younger, I tried to scare a dog away, and I was making myself, hands up and shouting and the dog was not intimidated. It just kind of it just stand fast, and then it showed its teeth. And the moment it showed its teeth, guess what I did, Cheryl? The other way. And when I went the other way, guess who was behind me? So and this was like, I was probably like 20 or something like that. And then my uncle had to, Mr. H, he had to jump in there. Rocket, whoop! Dog name was Rocket. I'm telling you, it took its stand. And so that same concept, it taught me something. Do not try to chase the price. Are we together? Leave it. Are we together? Just leave it. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think it was a bulbul, Cheryl. Was it? So we're waiting. Yes, Jacobo. Yours was a mess of. Some guys, they run sliding doors down. I've seen a guy run a sliding door down because of fear. I all them 8 out of the frames. Be careful. Oh, no pun intended. See, I'm telling you, my friend. Gerard, I see the question there, sir. If you break the level, so we wait for it now. All right, we're not going to look to where. We first want to see to which side is it swerving. All right, to which side is it swerving? All right, Gerard, we're just going to wait and look to which side is it swerving. At this point, it's still accumulating. We want to see some more candles and more volatility before we do anything. Okay, all right, because it broke up, came back down again, failed to go back up again, pushed down and created a breakout here. So we're in between the two. We got to wait now. All right. We'll go to EuroCAD now, guys. Just give me a sec. Guys, you guys wanted EuroCAD. Was there something else, guys? Was there something else there? EuroCAD? Like to buy the retracement? So Tesla will be this afternoon. All right. Remember, the US markets open up +4. We'd like to buy retracement. They seem oversold by the dollar weakness. Let's exactly, because and also share that high, man. I'm afraid of that high. Sorry, guys. I'm just writing this down for you. Apologies. I'm just writing down a few things that you guys want to look at. Okay. Cheryl, that we need to wait for that high there. Okay. That's what I'm afraid of. If we buy it and we're going to be in trouble. Okay. Let's wait. Gerard, I hope you got me there. Sir, GBP CAD Felix, we're gonna go there now. Guys, what's up with the CADs? There's GBP CAD, Euro CAD. What's up with the CADs, guys? What's happening? Okay, all right, Felix. I don't know, man. Nkuna. The guys just want to trade. All right, okay, let's see. If you guys are sitting on a mine here. All right, let's go and see if you guys are sitting on a mine here. Let's see. Not that zone. Okay, USD CAD, I'm going to use this as the barometer to look at the other CADs. All right, everybody, this is the barometer we're going to use. 132, 1.3261, right? The next area we can see, we first need to break that zone there before we can say we're going to 127. All right, that word chasing there is, Gomo, the word chasing there, let's just leave that one out of the equation. Otherwise, let's talk about those, running down, sliding doors and so forth. All right. So it looks like it's moving towards support. But we gotta, all right, it's moving towards. I think it's a much better way of putting it there for the mind. Yeah. You know, if you say chase to some people, they'll say, let's get in now. Let's get in now. We're going to chase it. So be careful. All right. So 1.31. All right. 1.31. We need to break that zone here. But what's even more important, guys, all right, is that if I have to put in a zone that gives you more, I'm going to use the word follow through, or the words follow through. Beneath 1.29 would be better. But there's guys that's going to take a riskier trade and trade just below or just get in after 1.31. So this will be relative. This is not going to, this is subjective to the trader. At this point in time, we're seeing it trending down to 1.31195. All right. And that is in alignment with that zone there. Now that is currently 136 pips away. Now that is a trade for the guys that are looking for a shorter term trade. All right. It saved it, right, Cheryl? Very accurate, yeah? So if we do this, that's the lowest low here. And what's very important about the lower low is that you can see that it's rejecting at that area there. So this is a very dangerous trade here if you're looking to short it immediately. Now, guys, I don't know what you want to do with the other CADs. Are we together? The NZD CAD, the Euro CAD, and so forth, if you want to short as well in terms of strength. Are we together? But I would say be very careful here. Be very careful here, because if you short it now and this thing bounces back up, you're in big trouble there. Is everybody clear? What we would ideally need is for price to once again, even a 4-hour candle would be beautiful beneath here, because then it's at least beneath all the wicks. Can you guys see all the wicks there? A nice body beneath the wicks would be great. Felix, can you see that? A nice body below those wicks would be beautiful. Then we can take it to 1.31. That would be for the guys that want to get in and get out maybe intraday. 1.32 to 1.31. That is about 120 pips. That is not a bad trade at all. But this would obviously, depending on the dollar weakness, if it's sustained, Mr. H, and 20, if the dollar weakness is sustained and we keep moving down in that specific index, this is a beautiful trade here. Gerard, this might be the answer that you were looking for in terms of the USD Swiss franc, because you asked the question, where do we take it to if it breaks, right? And I said, hold on with that support. This might be a nice substitute first before we jump to the USD Swiss franc. All right. Is everybody with me there, guys? Yes, look, Pietro, I agree with the short. All right. I agree with the short. But remember, I'm chatting to people that have not gotten in yet. All right. There's some guys that already got in before the time. So that I agree with, you're already holding. That's great. But I'm saying to the ones that have not gotten in yet at all, that would like to get in, that would be a great place for them to put their money in. Are we together? Because if you got in higher, you're making money. Good, great. All right. But to the guys, and I'll say it one more time, the guys that would like to get in now, wait rather for that 1.325 or 3 would be brilliant. All right. How much can one invest? Yes, it depends on, yes. So Cheryl's right, depends on your account, how much you have. But also remember, what kind of a trader are you as well? Because if you're looking to make money during the day and you're looking at scalping, scalping is synonymous for it's synonymous for extracting a certain amount of pips, all right, out of a specific security or chart. All right. So there's guys that has 1,000 Rand in their account and they want to scalp. Now, from a professional sense, if you have 1,000 Rand and you want to scalp a very volatile pair, It's either you are putting in a fluke trade. Are we together? Because 1,000 Rand with scalping and you're putting in big volumes, you have a very high risk appetite, and you're willing to blow 3/4 of your entire investment, meaning maybe you have other funds available somewhere that you can substitute it with. And the other thing is, are you really building a proper technical base by doing that? You see, that's the question that I would ask. Are you really looking for quality setups? You get different kinds of traders. Some traders don't care about a setup. They don't care about that. Does it make sense, everybody? A setup means that you are waiting for price to move in a certain direction for you to enter the market. If you're not interested in waiting for setups and you are looking at the overall direction and you just want to get in there, that's a different discussion. So Vedna, how you invest, all right? How you invest depends on your mindset in terms of trading. It will be different for different people. All right, everybody. And all the guys that are joining me here for the first time today, you will hear by the, while the guys that have been with me before, I don't speak to only one type of trader. I chat to different kinds of minds. So I'm never going to debate with someone when they say, no, but that's not true, because I'm not here to debate a specific point. I'm here to give you different options. You choose. Does it make sense? Different traders trade differently. That's it. That's it. You got to know where you are. All right. And how do you get there? Listen to what we're saying. All right. We're giving you technique, breaking it down. You will begin to locate yourself. All right. And that's a very important question, I believe, that Vedna asked there. And, maybe in the next 5 days, we can chat about it. Are we together, everybody, with a little bit more detail? All right. All right, guys. Let's go and look at those CAD pairs there. I see, Alvin, do you suggest we look at the setup? Look, again, that goes back to you as the person. What are you trying to build? Are you trying to build a portfolio where you are tracking them or knowing what you are doing? Or are you trying to take a chance by gambling? You got to ask yourself that specific question. All right. If you have 100,000 Rand in your account and you're making a lot of money out there and you're just trying to take a chance with trading, then gambling, becomes the thing that it looks like, because now you're putting in 10,000 and you're putting in 0.50 lot sizes. That's half a standard lot. Mr. H, you make 15,000 Rand of that, Pietro, Cheryl. And then all of a sudden you see, wow, I made 50,000 Rand. I just put in 0.50. I'm going to do this with silver as well. You go to silver, you put in 0.25. Let's say you make 10,000 Rand. Now you made 60 grand in the space of a day because you had 100,000 Rand in your account. All right. So here you go the next day. All right, Alvin, next day. You've made 60 grand yesterday. Next day you come in. You say, listen, man, this is easy, man. I made 60K in one day. I'm going to go for 120,000 Rand now. Okay, no problem. Then you get to the NASDAQ. We have some fundamental news coming out, but let's say you're not well versed in it. You don't know how to read the fundamentals. Here you put in 2 standard lots, NASDAQ. That thing moves against you. Instead of making 120,000, guess what? Margin call. Your 100,000 is gone, but you made 60 yesterday. Are we together? So looking for a setup, Alvin, it allows you to plan, number one, your trade. Guys, please write this down. Alvin asked a very important question. When you are looking at quality setups, number one, it helps you to plan your trade. How? Technically. That's the first way you are going to plan it. By looking at levels like this, looking at key areas, looking if trend lines were broken, looking at indicators. So you can plan your trade technically. That's the first thing, if you're looking for setups. The second thing that you are going to do when you are looking for setups or trading with a setup mindset, second thing is that you will be very, very well researched in fundamentals. Does it complement my technical analysis? So your fundies, your fundamentals. Why would the NASDAQ potentially move down? What happened with the US dollar for that to happen? And then what gets affected by that? Gold. So you must be well versed in your fundamentals. That's chasing the setup, because your setup is not going to come through if they don't line up. Is everybody with me there? Every trade that we've gone through this morning was setup based. It wasn't based on, I just have money, I'm going to trade. It's set up and it hit our TPs. This was last week now. And the third thing you can plan is your risk. Write that down, is your risk. That goes back to Vedna. Now you know how much you're going to earn or how much you're going to make. And you're going to write down how much you got to risk for that. That's when you're chasing the setup. So you can say to me, Ash, I had 3 setups last week. Felix, all right? I had 3 setups last week. And the first setup, it looked like this. I planned EuroCAD. That's the level I was actually looking to go into. I wanted to use 0.05. I would have made 650 Rand on it, and I was willing to risk 300 bucks. You can explain the setup to me. Does that make sense, everybody? But the guys that are not trading in setup, they can't always explain it. They don't know what's going on. Is everybody clear there, guys? I just wanted to just make sure everybody's with me there, all right? So the smart thing to do, setup is powerful. All right. Let's go to EuroCAD, guys. Hold on, Fani, FTSE. Is Fani still on there? Fani, we were looking at that long, yeah? You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, all right? Look at this. Fani, are you not happy? 7417. Hit the TP beautifully. So Alvin, this was setup. This was setup. All right. You happy there, Fani? All right, this was setup. And we looked at specific levels. We did not just long here. We detailed this thing down. And it's beautiful. It didn't even come down while it came to our stop loss, but we were on point with that. And we say then we submitted humbly and very respectfully. All right. And then let's just quickly, I just want to show you this Netflix. Said to you guys last week, watch out for this one. We're pushing up now. I'm looking at 387. We did have an area. Can you see the zone here? 280. I said after 280 there, Mr. H, I'm not sure if you were in here. All right. Said 280. Above that zone, there would be a very nice long. And you can see we've now jumped up after the area. This is also, and I like how we've actually put that into perspective. This is setup. This is setup. This is not guesswork here. All right. Anyone can do guesswork. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Anyone can do guesswork, right? This was set up, detailed, and we understood why we did this. All right. Let's go to the GBP CAD now. I'm going to go to those pairs, guys. GBP CAD, EuroCAD, NZD CAD. All right, we're going to go there now. So GBP CAD, 1.58. Guys, what's very important about this one here, this is a very volatile pair in the zone. Who can tell me what phase we are in here on the daily frame? What phase is this? I'm basically giving it away just by doing that. I just gave it away. All right. Yes, there we go, guys. Beautiful. This is accumulating right now. All right. So, guys, all my new students here, be very careful if you're trading a security that's in accumulation. In other words, range trading. Some guys like range trading. Be careful of range trading. It's not for everybody. Alessan Afrikaans, I don't know how to say it in Zulu. I hope the guys are going to tell me now, because I said I would like that, you know, or Sutu, or, you know. You must have a thick skin. You want a thick fell head. All right. I wish I could say that in Sutu or Zulu. You know, it'd probably sound better than English, you know. Because I can say it with passion, you know. Please understand. You must have a thick skin if you're going to do range trading. That's for many of the guys that like to trade in shorter time frames, your 30 minutes, your 20, your 15, your 1 hour. Please be very careful. You'll get yourself in a lot of trouble there. All right. Everybody clear there? Everybody clear with this one? So let's just wait on it. Let's just wait on this one first. Let's see how it responds, and I'm going to show you which area I'm talking about. I'll show you what area I'm referring to. Give me a sec. Can you see this? 1.57024. We're waiting for that area. I just want to see what happens. 1.57, all right, 024. Gerard, the same thing that I said to you. Let's wait for the accumulation. Let's wait for price to give us some more data here before we jump in, okay? All right, see, I'm seeing there. Kumele Ubie Nesbindi Umauzo Trader Range. I hope I said it right. You gotta make it shorter though, you know, say how can we, you know, just I hope I said it right. You gotta make it shorter so I can say it with passion, you know. So let's wait for 1.57024. Once we have some movement there and we see some candles, or at least the body's dropping, all right, then we pursue. All right. My money's there, Felix. Yes. Udinga Izibindi. That sounds better. And I hope you know you listen, we are streaming live here. See, I hope you know you're giving me the right stuff, yes? You're not making me say other stuff. You know, out of ignorance, I'll just say something and then it starts going viral, Cheryl. You know, me saying something totally dumb. I mean, that would be like that Burbu chasing me. It wasn't my intention, and then all of a sudden I get blasted, you know. So see, I'll be very careful now. Be very careful. I'm coming for you. Just put the English there. In brackets, Mr. H, so the guys can you know, confirm there that actually in fact it's the truth. All right, Gerard, after 1.57024, hold on for me, I'll tell you now. We won't be longing. I can say to you, we won't be longing. We won't be longing. Not yet. And the short, let's see the zone here first. Not even shorting. All right, let's just wait and see. All right, let's just wait and see how it responds in this area here. I'm not going to say anything right now. All right, Gerard, I just want to see this thing first formulate a little bit. All right, let's go, guys. NZD CAD. Okay, this one pushed up very nicely. We had two zones here, break, or at least a support at 0.79231. First area was 80, the next one was 81. So we've pushed to that zone there. This was a long, this was in correlation with NZD USD. All right, remember the NZD USD went up as well. Everybody with me? And so the NZD CAD also went up there. So that's very nice. Let's just wait. At this point in time, remember, we are correlating it with the Brent there, Komolemo. All right. And so if we see some more movement with the Brent, remember Brent with the demand and the supply. Look at this. This one is still in support there. So if we see a bounce from up here, from this area up, all right, then we will look to the CAD to also react. But we need that to first happen, all right? Wonderful. All right, so NZD CAD, we wait for it. Let's see here first, guys. You know, I actually don't want to touch it right now. I just first want to see. Yes, export of oil. Yes, that's the reason. Yes. Yes. That's the reason. I'm just trying to find a zone here. Guys, what's very important is this area here. I'm not convinced that there's anything available at this point with this one. 46 pips up. Let's just see how it responds at 81. Okay, we'll catch it again. We will catch this again at some point. And then EuroCAD, Let's go to the Euro CAD. Hold on, let me just see. CAD CHF 71.67. All right, guys. Look at this, 71.675. Import of olive oil goes up possible. Yes. Cheryl agreed. And just to add there, remember, guys, all these economies, it's like businesses. They, not all business has all resources available. They sometimes need to subcontract skills to different companies to come and do certain things, like an IT company to have servers for emails, for telephone lines, Wi-Fi, etc. The same with countries. Some of them don't have oil, they need to import. Some don't have gold, they need to import. Are we together? So it works on the same basis as a business. CAD CHF here. Also remember, with this, what's going to be important here. Look at this long break to the downside here. Can you see that? We could see some. Look at this. We could see some movement up here. But what's important about this, hold on for me. This one is taking long to low, guys. Apologies. Can you see it's taking a bit long, a little too low? Yes, that's what it should. I just got a notice error here on my side that the internet is causing certain features to be slower than usual. All right, so 70, you can see the bounce there. There's the, look at that. Can you guys see this? To that zone there. And then I'm going to give you an area where we could see it rise back to if the CAD strengthens. I don't even trust it to go all the way up there. That would be insane. There. To that area there. Can you guys see this? I would watch this very carefully. All right, you guys got it? You guys, do you have this? 71.58. All right, let's just put this area before we do anything there, and then EuroCAD. EuroCAD, very interesting morning, I must say. Can the person that brought up EuroCAD just tell me, are you looking for a long or short here? Slow network and you want to close your position. EuroCAD, was it a long or short? Because the reason why I'm asking that is because we about to hit this zone here, and Ash, what's so important is that I want you just to pay attention to this area here. All right, just pay attention to that zone there for long. But are you trading this with an hourly frame? What are you trading it with? Daily frame, 83 pips. Sorry, guys, the network is really causing my I just got that message again. Can you guys see that as I'm moving, it doesn't move 100%. It's just a bit slower. All right. The hour. All right. If you're looking for the hour, you see the only challenges with the hour is that I wouldn't. Where do you want to take it to though, Ashley? I think that's important. 1.3828. Where do you want to take it to? Because I don't know where you want to take it to. You want along, but where do you want to take it to? Because that will be the determining factor here. All right. So from there to there is about 32 pips. Now, if it resists here, you're not going to get 1.3862. So this is a very, very tight trade. This is a very, very tight trade. I would actually first wait. I'd wait for this zone here to be broken because you're actually trading in the noise now. You're trading in the noise, which can work out, but it's far riskier because you have major areas that can pose as a resistance. All right. So just be careful of that. Okay, it's a lot of noise. GBP NZD. I see USD CAD at our entry. We'll go there now. This one here, let's just wait for this one as well, guys. I see it's resisting off this major area, so I'm not even going to touch it. And then I saw the AUD/JPY. I remember us doing this one. I know there was it was coming down. Oh yeah, this was with Laik. You wanted to long it up to 95.3 and it came down. All right, I remember this. I remember that now. I can take that off. Nothing there. This one came down. Okay, I remember this one. And then and gas. Okay, no, it's fine, guys. I think we are right. Is there anything else you guys wanted to check out? Tesla. I'll just have a look at it. All right. Someone said Tesla. Here we go. Look at this. Obviously, you'll deal with it at 4:30. But Tesla, guys, what's very important about this is that remember, with those indices going up, these are part of those indexes. Are we together, guys? So many times when they go up, it affects this as well. Is everybody clear? Because they are in those specific indexes. All right. The thing I see with this, Tesla was a sell. All right. What's very important here is that we've broken below the 198 area. This was a possible bounce from that zone. We've broken below it. So I understand the short from that specific angle. If we do come further down, hold on, let me just give you a zone. $184 to 184. Okay, let me just see where it's 180. So it's just a little further down. 182. Okay, I hear you. I'll watch the zone very carefully here. All right, everybody got it? This side, watch very carefully here. All right. Everybody clear there? Let's go to USD CAD. We at our entry, but we haven't gone below it yet. We're still there. Look at that. We need a candle close beneath. All right, we need a candle close beneath. We're not there yet. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Roger, you should be coming through in the afternoon, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow at 9:30. All right, brilliant. All right, guys. Have a good one. Have a good one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, tomorrow. At 9:30. Yeah. All right. Ciao, ciao, guys. You're welcome.